Game number 3. So
FanTaSy.
it looks like FanTaSy won the first game, actually.
It does seem that way. Now, this is probably one of herO's best maps for this matchup. This is the map that we see herO do the best on.
He loves this map, man. I would love to see his win percentage on this map, actually.
Oh, it'd be insane. He is he's very good against Terran. And well, it's going to be interesting to see what he does. I would be very surprised if he doesn't go Blink Stalker, though, because that is his thing more than anything else in the world.
Loves to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what kind of build FanTaSy did actually in that first game, because like you were saying before, herO's PvT is just one of the best in the world, and I would have favored him actually 2-0, knowing FanTaSy before these qualifiers. But actually, FanTaSy is performing really, really well, I have to say. He was looking good against DRG, was able to take out DRG, and now he's in the winners bracket finals against a guy like herO.
Yeah, he was looking fantastic. Yeah, FanTaSy's really leveled up for this event. Looks like he really wanted to qualify for the Starleague, Starcraft Starleague next year. And we're seeing a lot of players that we weren't expecting to perform well at the end of this year. It seems to be the trend, especially Terrans, that's for sure. And FanTaSy being a Terran is doing the same.
Makes sense.
It only makes sense, Valdez.
Only following the pattern.
It only follows the pattern.
Well, we got a scout out here. So far, just pretty normal. Gateway gas. Maybe just into Cyber and to expand. And both players now just going to go out and scout here.
Yeah, both going to scout. It looks like it's going to be the Gateway into expand, and it's going to be Reaper into expand. Reaper, most common on this map because you can scout the main base very easily through the back door. Kind of avoid any stalkers or anything like that. That's generally why we see us also make a SimCity dealing with that side of the base, which I'm sure we will see.
Oh, I like this too.
Ooh, and you know, herO is known for just... Well, I remember specifically in the last time we saw herO on this map. Now, you go ahead with this guy.
Okay, so this is Taeyong, who is also known as TY.
Okay.
So TY will make it out
That is fantastic news.
of the L group there. So we are going to see another Terran, another good one at that.
That is great. And back to what I was saying about herO. Last time we saw him on this map, I believe it was in Hot 6 Cup, and he scouted the engineering bay and canceled the Zealot anyway, and it put him so far behind. But this game, he did get the Zealot out in time, so he will be
he
slightly
learned from
delayed.
his mistake, man.
Yeah, that's a pretty critical mistake. Now the Reaper's going to come out. Looks like he's going to go through the back way, go into the main base that way. Much safer way. I mean, there's already everything's going to be at the front of the base to deal with this engineering bay. Actually, just scouting for proxies. Okay.
Yeah. Just trying to be safe, I guess. You know, there's a couple things you can proxy on this map. Most likely DTs or Stargate or something like this.
Yeah, DTs or Stargate generally the flavors of proxy. And cancel it is. Down goes the Nexus. Nice follow-up there. I think we're going to see, perhaps... I feel like we're going to see, like, Starport, and then we're going to see a Marine Widowmine drop.
That's what it's looking like. It's something that's pretty popular on this map as well, so... You know, FanTaSy just sticking to the standard play style nowadays, and why not? It's been working well for him so far.
And we are seeing that Twilight be made for herO. Going to go in that Blink Stalkers, I'm 100% guaranteed. He buys a lot of time with it. Obviously, Blink Stalkers fantastic on this map. Because of that back way into the base, you can blink up onto the high ground and do a lot of harassment, a lot of SCV damage. And it'll force the Terran to sit in their base and be very defensive.
There it is.
There it is. 100% right.
Yeah.
And we're seeing 4 Hellions being made again as well, which is going to give him the chance to run by and do some probe damage.
Just trying to come in here and get a scout on.
Taking quite a lot of damage on that mothership. I don't know exactly how much he scouted either.
I think he may have seen that factory. It was pretty close there. Mothership core vision was reduced once upon a time.
Yeah. You would have seen the entire base if it was not. Reaper going in, looking for some.
Oh, that block.
Ooh. Beautiful. But at the same time, bought him enough time to do some real damage.
Oh, they're lining up, too.
They're lining up. Seeing 3 go down already. Ooh, you're looking for a few more.
Oh, and he gets a couple more there. And another one. 7 probes down.
7 probes.
And he's not done.
He isn't done easy. He's got to finish how many probes he wants. And from this, I mean, we're gonna see most likely another timing, and Medivac's already on the map. We'll have to wait and see if we actually see a winner mine just yet. 8 probes go down. herO is falling apart already.
Yeah, it's really not looking good. I guess he may have not scouted that factory, actually, or maybe he just wasn't able to get out enough units in time, regardless.
Impression, Valdez. I'm getting that impression. Now these Hellions are always going to pose a threat for the natural. At the same time, this Marine drop in the main base, there is nothing here. Where's the Mothership Core still on its way home? He's going to scout the Blink being upgraded. And here comes the Marines. Force him up the line, and here comes the Hellions from the front.
Huge pull here, and now he's going to start.
Oh, he's going to go for that pylon, upgrading the Blink.
Oh, God. There it is. No, it didn't finish.
Oh, my God. Things are going horribly for herO in this game.
Yeah, he's just being pulled around his base by FanTaSy. We've seen a lot, actually, on this map. Something that Terrans can do on this map is just pull the Protoss around the base. Look at that. 7.
Ooh. Now drop into the natural because the Stalkers were out of position.
Yeah, this is something that TY loved to do once upon a time. Usually a bit later with a lot more bio units, but still, this variation with all these Hellions is still pretty cool.
Yeah, complete control so far. He's done a fantastic job of damaging herO, just keeping him in his base constantly under pressure. Oh, he gets it. So finally some redemption for herO.
Yeah.
As Blink finishes.
So that is something. Nice little pick off there. He's now going to transition into Colossi. Let's see how he does with the forges, how much he wants to commit with upgrades here. He is a bit behind, but already if you look at FanTaSy, he's getting that +1 on the way. So he's going to be a bit ahead so far.
I wouldn't mind seeing 1 forge being added in this situation. He has taken a lot of economic damage. Like 1 forge for armor will help out for a while. Give you a good start for your upgrades.
Yeah.
Definitely want a bit of a buffer. Keep stuff alive for the Colossi, obviously. Start harassing these rogues, but FanTaSy sees all.
He sees everything. He's even making a bunker just in case. No reason not to. And now poking up here is herO. Gonna stop that bunker being made.
Travis and Buyer here. That is a lot of Marauders though, so it's gonna be a painful trade nearly every time.
We got 2 forges on the way here. He's going to commit heavily to these upgrades.
Okay, so this is kind of the old style of herO in the past. Nice, another trade, and forcing out a sim as well. So yeah, this is the old school kind of herO style where he goes for those double upgrades in the Colossi. I like it a lot actually, and he's buying a lot of time with these Blink Stalkers, which is something he is just so good at.
Honestly, I would definitely trust herO a little bit more than Oz. Sorry, our Oz fans. To do better at this build, you know, as Oz kind of took it a little bit too far, whereas herO has a lot more practice with this build, but regardless, still poking ahead here with the Stalkers, trying to do as much damage as possible, trying to keep the Terran on his side of the map as much as possible as well.
Yeah. Once again, gets another Marauder, forces out more stim. He should be able to get away with everything, and he hasn't lost a Stalker yet with this kind of harassment. Really
impressive.
Finally, that third CC is going to start to be built. And none in sight just yet for herO. I think maybe soon he will want to commit to it.
The Mama Colossus with 3 baby sentries. That was weird.
Nice observer position. He's going to see the army move out.
Oh, yeah. That's so good because it spots drops as well.
And look at this. There's only 3 Marauders. He's actually going to cancel the third base.
Oh,
wow.
So good here.
So important.
But again, those Blink Stalkers way out of position for this gigantic drop. These Medivacs could all go for a drop. I guess he got scared by all those Colossi.
I think we're going to see the third base of herO get cancelled as well, though. I mean, look at the bio heading towards it. Yeah. There's really not much there. This small army will not be able to stop this many Marauders, I feel, unless he gets perfect force fields. And yeah, let's hope he's force fielding.
Force fields. He's not even force fielding. He does the Guardian Shield. And a bit too late on the force fields regardless.
Yeah. He cannot be there with his Colossi for much longer.
Oh, man.
Same time. Oh, from Stalkers from behind will help clean this up. Same time, the natural has been breached.
Yeah. It's all about this natural here. He needs to defend here. He does have the Nexus Cannon and a Time Warp here, actually. So he will push it away and even blink forward. So actually a really nice hold too by herO. He does lose one Colossus back at his third base, but again, he has a third base. FanTaSy is just getting his now.
Really, really impressive defense from herO, as expected on this map. It is his map after all. He owns this map. And now we are seeing another drop go towards the back of the main. Blink Stalkers.
Oh, he doesn't quite get it.
So close. One more shot would have got it. Maybe two. Enough. He's kind of moving maybe too far on the map with these Stalkers.
Yeah, we got a pretty nice force here. That's like a Colossus sniping force, man.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
But not quite able to. Too many units warped in, but here is the focus. There are 3 Medivacs dropping into the main. He's going to have to pull all those probes. Widow Mine's there as well. And a lot of pressure at the third base at the same time. This is so hard to split up your units perfectly. Seems like at the same time there's a drop at the natural. Oh my god, herO's being pulled apart right now.
He is. Finally, it's happening. And that natural is being cleaned out. Same time, pressure on the third base. Wow, 36 probes have gone down.
Wow. This mid-game pressure out of FanTaSy is just really good. He's been practicing hard.
He might even actually get the Nexus as well. There's going to be a blink on top. And he's doing a lot of damage, so it's going to get into the red.
Oh my god, that was so close.
So close. He can just come back with another drop and finish the job. I think he might.
Yep. In the meantime, small force going towards that third base again.
Oh. And the Widow Mines is still active.
herO is just desperately trying to hold on right now. He does have those upgrades coming. If he can just hold on.
Oh, and another Widow Mine getting burrowed.
How will it do? Hit some of the Zealots.
Hitting the Zealots.
Yeah, the rest of the forces will clean up decently on the Zealots as well, and he'll just be able to boost away.
This is the style we're seeing more and more. Oh my god. Oh, that is huge. Another stim on the third base. There's not really enough here. I think it's going to go down.
It's looking like it. He's just going to commit here. It's such a small force of Marauders, but it's still able to take out the Nexus. Just one more shot. Go for it, man, and he gets it.
Oh, he's getting completely picked apart here.
Yeah.
I think we might even see a game called from herO. This is too much damage. It's too much pressure, and it's not going to stop.
Yeah, FanTaSy is just playing so well.
Once Terran has this kind of momentum where they're just dropping everywhere and all they have to do is macro and drop and macro and drop, and they're upper base now, and they've done so much economic damage, they don't stop. They just keep going and going and going until the opponent GG's out.
Yeah.
And look how low that Nexus is. He just kill that when he drops again.
FanTaSy's just like, I don't care about these Medivacs. I'm so far ahead.
So yeah, there's actually you got nothing left now. I can do this.
Yeah. Well, what is the state of the game now? I'm trying to get a read on where FanTaSy is in terms of upgrades, because I know it's 2-2 here for herO. That is the one thing he does have.
Here he goes. And herO just out of position here. Rockfix under the main, under the natural, and down it goes.
There it goes.
And he gets away with the medivac and every Marauder but one. Oh my goodness.
Sick plays out of FanTaSy today, man.
FanTaSy is playing fantastic.
Yep. 2 Nexi are being built right now, as he, of course, lost his third base as well.
herO down 50 supply, but you know what? He's not going to leave because this is the elimination game. I believe.
Is it? I thought it was winners.
Yeah, okay, it's winners. Never mind.
Winners, yeah.
I was looking at you to confirm or deny. But it is, yeah, you're right. So, I mean, herO obviously wants to win, but he is incredibly behind. And from now, it's really just up to FanTaSy to make that composition that's going to really deal with this. There's not going to be enough buffer for these Colossi, I think. There's just simply too many Vikings at this point. He sees a scan. He sees exactly what herO has. He's like, okay, I can just kill you.
Yeah, I feel like just wait for 4 more Vikings and go in. I feel like that should be enough.
He's going to drop at the same time, it looks like. Ooh, I like that. He like drops a natural and plants some mines down as he like goes down to the third base. So much potential for damage. Even this blink forward is so risky. herO is so far behind.
Yeah, he's playing on the edge of a knife right now. He needs to get those tiny advantages, because if he doesn't, he's just going to be even further behind. We see Ghost in the mix as well.
Finally some Ghosts being added. There's no Templar tech, there's no Archons, there's no Storm or anything like that, but it will help out a lot against the Zealots and Colossi.
We do actually have Storm on the way.
Finally Storm on the way.
But still, it's like not in time.
It is not in time.
That's the point. Like, this push is happening now. These ghosts aren't with the push, but I don't think it really matters. I mean, it would be good to wait for them.
Well, look at what they have for these Colossi. This is like barely anything. Oh, we actually see a huge feedback.
Yep, nice. And the other medevac will be pushed back by the Nexus Cannon. And down here, I believe that Super gets out of Group J.
Very nice for Super, you know. On a foreign team, recently joined a foreign team, so...
I'm like 95% sure that's Super.
I can double check that. You must have beat Classic, actually, to get through.
Looks like it.
I'll double check that bracket.
No, well, still FanTaSy just waiting until he's maxed, it looks like. Possibly waiting for more upgrades as well. I think he just wants to get the perfect army here. He knows he's way ahead. He's getting more bases, just getting further ahead. I feel like he could have possibly killed here a little bit before, but it doesn't really matter. Look at that. He's able to trade one Viking for one Colossus. That's a good trade.
Yeah, 4 Colossi left. And Storm is in action now, which can make a bit of a difference, but that is 9 Ghosts to help out with this. And it looks like he's just going to go for it. It's time to tank what he can. Taking a lot of Storms on every Viking, though. Can be a bit of a problem, but I think he might have actually run out of Storms at this point. Wiping out a little bit more. He might
you know what? All the Vikings are gone. And there are 3 Colossi left. And the feedback's on the Ghost as well.
What?
This is not over, man. I mean, he's dropping here at the 3rd.
Still up 70 supply, though. He's doing a lot of damage to this 3rd base. I think he might have got a decent amount of probes.
Yeah, it's looking like it. I don't know, man. FanTaSy's just playing so well. He like attacks at the front while dropping. It's pretty basic, but he's using it to his advantage.
Yeah. I mean, same. Yeah, very, very. He's doing decently, though. That engagement was a little too much. I think he shouldn't have tanked so much. Oh, he's going to get every Templar, which is huge. Some feedbacks go down. He's going to get this natural and try and get out of here. And there we go. No charge on the Zealots either, which I think could have made a big difference in a lot of these engagements.
Yeah, he's just so far behind. He can barely afford it. He's got like 8 Zealots, 3 Colossi, like 4 Stalkers.
Such a tiny army at this point. And here we go. The Viking count is kind of back up in action.
Yeah, that's 6 so far, 8. He's making 4 at a time, so he has a huge number. Is the point here. He's even got Widowmine spread out across the map. He just GG's out.
GG.
GG.
Hero